This is the fourth in a series of training videos about the business of the eyecare service. Module 4: Marketing and Promoting the Eyecare Service. The learning objectives for this module are to learn a definition of marketing and promotion, to be able to outline the benefits they can bring to growing the eyecare service, to identify the strategies available, and to learn how to conduct a social marketing campaign. The goal of marketing and promotion in eyecare services is to create the maximum awareness in the community and among potential patients of the service, and to ensure that the maximum possible number of patients will benefit. It might be helpful to start with some definitions of the most common concepts associated with marketing and promotion. Marketing is the communication of products and services offered that have value for customers. Community-based social marketing combines marketing programs that are designed to bring about social change, community organisation, and behaviour change into one. It has been demonstrated that initiatives to promote behavioural change are most effective when they are carried out at the community level and involve direct contact with people. Promotion is any method or strategy used to communicate with the public to persuade people to buy or use a product or service. In this case, our vision centre services, glasses, and our outreach events. Publicity is a type of communication through the media that attracts public attention. In this case, our vision centre services and outreach events. Public relations, or PR, is any positive publicity, often in the media, that creates a favourable public opinion toward a product, service, or organisation. In this case, our eyecare institution. Advertising is media-based promotion. It could be handbills, posters, audio, microphone announcements, newspaper, radio, television, internet. Advocacy is speaking up in active support of something. The role of advocacy in marketing and promotion comes from clearly communicating the eyecare service benefits to those who are in a position to make a difference. Health education is one of the fundamental principles of primary health care, as spelled out by the World Health Organization. In our case, it improves, maintains, and safeguards the eye health and eye care of the community. It also aims to improve health-seeking behaviour. And information, education and communication, or IEC, is a campaign of learning that empowers people in target communities to make decisions, modify behaviours, and change social conditions in order to achieve, protect, and sustain their own health. Some important marketing strategies that relate to eyecare services are Firstly, remember that marketing is always about influencing action and behaviour. Second, people take action or change their behaviour only when they believe that the benefits will outweigh the costs. Campaigns that understand the perceptions of the target community about costs and benefits will be more effective. And it is important that people are considered in different segments, such as seniors, students, working people, diabetics, etc., etc. Remember also that the behaviors you recommend always have competition. In the case of eye care in developing countries, this comes from the many barriers that face potential patients, which must be understood and addressed. Also, the marketplace, or society in general, is constantly changing, and so the outcomes of the service must be regularly monitored, and the eye care institution must be prepared to rapidly alter strategies and tactics. Marketing must also incorporate the following 5 Ps. You should create an enticing product and agree how to present the benefits of using the service. You should minimize the price the target audience believes it must pay in the exchange, which in our case is affordable eye tests and glasses. Make the service available in a place that reaches the target community and fits its lifestyle and social customs. In our case, the vision centre and or outreach. Promote the service with creativity and through channels and tactics that maximise desired responses. And of course, seek the participation of the local community in effective communication and marketing. The benefits of health education and IEC, which is information, education, and communication, are that firstly, they bring increased numbers to the Vision Centre and to outreach events. They also bring social change in attitude and behaviour to eye health and eye care. They generate awareness and demand for eye care services in those who are not seeking it. They enable individuals and communities to improve their eye health by increasing their knowledge, attitudes, and skills. And they bring the right people to the Vision Centre or outreach event, which makes the service more cost effective. A good eye health education programme seeks to pose questions that raise awareness in people. Then it should offer the answer to these questions to inform and educate the people. For example, a campaign to improve health education around cataracts might want to pose and answer the following questions. What is cataract and how is it caused? Is it curable? And if yes, how? At what stage should it be operated? Where can I get the surgery done and for how much? Do most people get good vision following surgery? Is the surgery painful or frightening? How will my quality of life change after surgery? And for older people, you may want to address: why must people older than 40 get their eyes checked? What is glaucoma and why is it the silent thief of eyesight? Can anything help me see up close again? And is it expensive? My elderly parents have eye problems. Will I have eye problems too? Social marketing is all about changing the mindset and health seeking behaviour of community members. It gives them a sense of ownership of their eye problems and empowers them to access available eye care when they are in need, rather than waiting for eye care institutions to reach them. This develops faith and trust in communities that they have the right to sight and the right to eye care. To develop a successful community based social marketing campaign, we must develop effective outreach and eye care services that are accessible, affordable, and acceptable to target populations. We must design a process for understanding the barriers to both access to and uptake of outreach and eye care services. And we must have a set of principles for designing an effective awareness and publicity campaign to generate patient demand for and promote uptake of eye care services. We will now look at some of the steps we need to take to conduct an effective social marketing campaign. Step 1. Define priority eye conditions, programs, and goals. Based on their prevalence, as well as your eye care institution's available resources, select the most pressing eye diseases and disorders that need active attention and prioritise them. For example, cataract, glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy, refractive errors in workers or school children, etc. Step 2. Identify priority populations. Target priority population groups: the rural, the poor, the children, women, the elderly, etc. This may stem from the nature of the disease. For example, cataracts usually occur among the elderly, or from a population's inability to access care. Rural populations have limited access to glasses, and women tend to have less access than men. Step 3. Determine barriers to eye care accessibility and uptake. Understanding barriers to accessibility and uptake is essential in designing eye care services to meet local needs. Barriers can range from geographic to economic, from societal to institutional to personal. Step 4. Design and implement strategies for overcoming barriers in order to achieve the goals. We could engage village volunteers to reveal potential demand for eye care services. This would be known as case finding. And we can ask past patients who had glasses supplied satisfied customers, if you like, to motivate their neighbours. We can also educate patients through locally available and attractive media, outreach camps, and patient counselling at vision centres. We should keep track of and follow up on patients and ensure that services and outcomes are of high quality. Step 5. Ensure community involvement. Involving influential people and groups increases the credibility of the eye care service and patients' attendance. Whilst using local volunteers on outreach, who give in-kind support, increases cost effectiveness and has an empowering effect on the local community, increasing impact and reach. In step 6, we create publicity and build good public relations. Build your reputation through consistently high quality service and outcomes. And create a campaign to inform and educate people about eye care facilities and services, with media coverage of the campaign if possible. Create goodwill in the community by recognising the contributions of members, sponsors, and volunteers. Also, encourage word of mouth advocacy by satisfied patients who are pleased with their experiences with the eye care institution. And finally, step 7, monitor visual outcomes and patient satisfaction. It is vital to continually monitor visual outcomes. Also, ongoing monitoring of accessibility and distribution of eye care services will allow the institution to effectively and efficiently meet the demand for eye care. These 7 steps will lead to a service that is accessible, affordable, acceptable, and well attended by patients. When these strategies are followed with a cost-effective service delivery system and effective awareness creation, your eye care institution will have a major impact on reducing the prevalence of needless blindness. So when creating an effective community social marketing campaign, we start by getting commitment. Ask people to move from intention to action. We should emphasise written over verbal commitments in community programmes. We can ask for public and group commitments in community work and involve them. And we can use existing contact persons to give commitments and involve them in community work. Also, help people to view themselves as caring about their community's eye health. Next, we can issue prompts, help people remember to act. For example, put banners up across busy intersections 2 or 3 days before an outreach event. You must make the prompt noticeable. It should also be self-explanatory through graphics and/or text. The prompt should explain simply what the person is to do. And you should present the prompt as close in time and space as possible to the targeted behaviour. Then we want to create new norms and build community support for the new behaviour. For example, satisfied patients can spread the word. We want the new norm to be noticeable so that the desired behaviour is normalised. The norm, that is, we are a community that takes care of its eye health, should be made explicit at the time the targeted behaviour is to occur. and you can use norms to encourage people to engage in positive behaviour rather than to avoid harmful actions. The simple wearing of glasses within a community is in itself likely to change the norms around wearing glasses and encourage more people to also visit the centre. Next, we look at incentives and how to advance motivation. For example, we could offer free transportation to outreach events to those needing eye tests. Incentives need to be effective and closely paired to the desired behaviour. We should use incentives to reward positive behaviour, and the incentive needs to be visible. It's important to consider non-monetary forms of incentives that might actually motivate a person to act more than money. Next, we consider convenience, making it easy for the person to act. We already do this by taking outreach to where it is needed most. You should also identify any external barriers to action. And it is smart to make the undesired behaviour less convenient and more expensive. So a message might be, save time and save money by attending tomorrow's 10 a.m. outreach eye event at the village hall. Get your eyes screened for free now, or wait and pay for a checkup in the city when your eyesight worsens. Of utmost importance is our communication. We must use effective messages. You should explore the attitudes and behaviour of your intended audience prior to developing your message. Also, make sure that your message is vivid, personal, and concrete. Have your message delivered by people who are credible with the audience you are trying to reach. And frame your message to indicate what the individual is losing by not acting, rather than what he or she is saving by acting. Continuing with communication, if you use a threatening message, make sure that you couple it with specific suggestions regarding what actions an individual can take. Make your communication, especially instructions for a desired behaviour, clear and specific. And make it easy for people to remember what to do and how and when to do it. You should also integrate personal or community goals into the delivery of your programme. It is helpful to model the activities you would like people to engage in. It is best if you can use personal contact to deliver your message. And it is most important that you provide feedback at both the individual and community level about the impact of the new behaviour. This concludes Module 4, Marketing and Promoting the Eyecare Service. Coming next, Module 5, Barriers to Uptake of the Eyecare Service.